Hey guys, okay, today we're gonna tie a new fly. I got some requests on a mayfly that I tied yesterday. It's a mayfly nymph actually. It's a March Brown Nymph pattern, but yeah, it's not an original March Brown because that's a wet fly. But well, it's I can see it here. It's not that easy to see it, I guess, but. Yeah, it's like a really sandy mayfly then. I tie it in all different sizes. This fly I'm gonna tie in a size 12, and it's meant for like a sulfuria, or you can tie it in a size 10 for a vulgata. Yeah, different sizes. It fishes extremely well. It's really easy to tie, with some special techniques to get the wings on the sides, etc. But yeah, it's really easy, so I'm going to show you fast how to do it. The materials I'm using is just a normal black tying thread. I'm using this is a fulling mill hook in size 12. It's a nymph hook, just a straight, it's really long, quite a long hook, barbless hook. You can buy them on from fulling mill. I'm using some fasten tail for the shield, the wing sac. Also, the dubbing I'm using is actually a muskrat dub. The thing with this dub is I normally use this for check nymphs, really heavy old school check nymphs for that I want to sink pretty fast. So now we know that as well. This is some different colors I stacked up in a box, or I bought it like this, I can't remember. Doesn't even matter. I'm using the really light one. It's like a tan actually. This one, more like a white tan color. For the tail I'm using fasten tail here, as I said. For the wing I'm using, you can choose a lot here. Some people use brown feathers, some bad quality China neck or something. I'm using partridge feathers from Vineyard. This one, it's a really good color, and partridge has never failed me or anybody else, I guess. I love these feathers, and they're making a really good color in the water, and makes a lot of life. And I think a lot of my nymphs, both G nymphs for short line nymphing, and simple nymphs that I fish with a floating line, twisting, etc. That's imitating a maybe a vulgata nymph or a sulfuria nymph or something like that. I use this type of feather, so I use it a lot, and it's a really powerful material, I think. The color is like, it's really special, and it's yeah, I just really like it a lot. So try that, and if you don't have it, buy it for sure. It's quite cheap as well, so you can buy a full neck or you can buy small bags, so it's quite easy. Yeah, I'm using when I always rib my nymphs to strengthen up the body and also give it a little flesh inside. And there I'm using Lager Tunes thin rib. This is not a wire, it's just a thin gold rib. Here we can, I see some people actually rib this fly with fasten tail, etc. But I think the fasten tail is quite weak, and after a couple of fish the fasten tail will break. So I like to rib it with something strong, and gold and light tan colors has never failed before, so I don't think that has any matters to do. So yeah, and of course I'm also using some weed wire to weighten up the fly. This is just a simple flat wire. I like to use the flat ones because they don't build that much as the round ones. So it's easy to tie on, and it lays down pretty nice on the fly. So that's it actually. And I'm using some super glue at the end to take on the wing sac, because you want the wing sac to be strong, and as I said earlier, the fasten tail is pretty weak, so you want the fasten tail to be strong. So I used super glue on the wing sac then. That's the reason. I'll show you that later on. But that's the materials we're going to use. So let's just get to it. Okay, so we're fastening the hook. Pretty easy, as you all know. I showed that in some other videos. If you wonder if you're a beginner in fly tying and want to learn how to do that, it's different from all vices, but in one vice I have to turn this wheel to fasten it, and then just flip a little shank. So starting by fastening the thread. Pulling off the spear. Okay. Then grab some fasten tail. Take a small bunch. I like the tail to be a bit filled. You don't have to be scared of using too much. You don't have to overextend it, but use a little bunch and then you get more life in your fly. And also these fibers will break for sure later on anyways. So okay, so we're making a little fundament here of the body. Cut that off. Tie yourself back like that. Take out a small piece of a little wire for your rib. Just fasten this rib in. Okay, like that. And I'm just pulling it backwards so it doesn't get in the way. Now we are going to use some dubbing. You want the body to be quite hard here, like really tight, not that fluffy, because you want the fly to sink fast, and also it looks more nice if it's tight. The wings on the side makes the fly come to life, if you know what I mean. So I'm taking a small piece of the dub, like not much. Just dub this tight in. Okay. As you can see, I don't use much, so I have to do this a couple of rounds, because if you use a lot of dubbing in the beginning, you will recognize that, you will experience that your flying, your dubbing will start to break off and get a bit humpy, and that's not, you don't want that. So we're gonna build a little, call it a little, small little cigar formed body here. You want it to be thin and then thicker and thicker. Normally as a mayfly is, but especially on the nymphs. Okay, so a bit too far there, I think. Okay, then just squeeze a bit on it, so it's getting tight. Okay. Now I'm taking out a piece of the wire, just breaking off a little piece like this. As I said, this is a flat wire, so it's quite easy to tie in. Just do it like that. Okay. Then you can just pull it off. Then I usually take my tying thread and tie over it, and that's really nice with this flat wire, because with the round wire it's pretty easy to get the thread stuck down between the between all the wire, so just keep it like this. Then you just keep dubbing. Actually, some people actually stop their the rib here. They start ribbing now and they just quit it here. But I'm like to do it a bit further. So around here, I stop it. Then you fasten in the rib the opposite way as you tie in the fly. A bit more there, okay. So make one turn around the tail like that, just to strengthen it, okay? And then you start ribbing this pretty tight. Couple of turns like that. Okay, and then it's locked. Cut it off. Okay. I don't know if the light is too sharp. You see this, but I can try to. Yeah, well, you can try to have it like this. Okay. Now you want to place the wing sac. So the thing you do is you pick a decent bunch of pheasant tail feathers. So you want to use the thick end at the bottom here. So there is the thin part and here is the thick part. So just tie this in. Couple of turns like this. Okay, like that. And now you want to dub the rest of the body. So this should be a bit thicker, and it also will, because you have the pheasant tail feathers there and all the wire under and etc. So it will be a bit thicker. Try to continue on the rib, on the dub, I mean, as we ended before the pheasant tail, so it get a smooth transaction there. Okay, so it's not quite happy with that one. Okay, there is. Okay, and now you want to take a partridge feather, or any type of feather you like to use. Take it like this. it's not that easy to show it, but you have the feather here, and then you just pull off how much feather you want to use. I like to use about, yeah, that's a good amount, as you can see here. And now I'm cutting it off here. So I'm taking the scissor and just clip it out here, so you get a V-formed partridge feather. Oh crap, I destroyed that one. Then we have to take another one. It's a lot of different sizes here, so let's see if this one is better. Okay. Yeah, this one looks good. And just pull back the ones you wanted, as I showed. Okay. And then lay this V like this into the fly. We don't want to be. You don't want to have too much on it. Let's see, I just need to cut off the. Okay, like that. Okay, and then you just lock this in the front, like this. Okay. Now it's loose, but the wing sac will cover it, so. You can also tie this in if you want to do that, but I think this is more than enough. When you now keep these feathers backwards, then you bring the sack over it. Sorry, but just need to cut off a small part here, like that. Also the super glue will fasten in the. Okay, so give it a couple of wraps like that, and then just push the feathers, the fasten tail like this, so you spread it a bit. Okay, like that. Cut it off. Give this a couple of wraps, like that. So now it's pretty much stuck. Okay. It's a lot of ways how you want to tie this in, but I fished with this a lot, and not a lot, but this is actually how I like to tie them in, and they won't get loose. If you try to pull them, they will break before it will loosen. So, and now just use some head cement. Always use head cement, not any epoxy or UV glue on the thread, because the thing with the head cement is that it pulls, it goes into the fibers of the thread, and it locks it. Okay, like that. as you can see now, it's almost finished, but if you want, you can change the size, length of the wing by just pulling the fibers a bit out, but I'm quite happy with this one because it will lay backwards when I'm using the super glue. So take some super glue, pull the fibers backwards. Be aware of that it's no fibers sticking up. You want a clean surface here. Okay. So, as you can see now, the fibers are going the right way. Yeah, it's good. Don't know how easy you can see this fly, but well, that's how it is. And now it's finished. Just have to dry the super glue, and then you can start fish with it. This is a fly I like to use with a floating line, twisting it in the water, or a sinking, like a glass intermediate line or something. Like a fast intermediate line, you can let it sink and then you can start pulling it upwards, because the Vulgata nymphs swims really fast in water. So if you want it to sink to the bottom, then you can just make it pull it fastwards, upwards, so it goes like that. And that's extremely effective. Now everything is stuck. As I said, it's dry. It looks pretty good. So try this one out and give me feedback how it went when you tried it. For me, this is a really good fly. So good luck, and go out and fish, and don't sit in and staring at YouTube when you could have been out fishing. Or you can look at my videos, that's okay. Okay, bye guys.